Welcome again to this session. Today we're going to talk about E to E ratio. This simply means your education to entertainment ratio. Your education to entertainment ratio determines the quality of your life. If you look at the average South African, unfortunately, our entertainment to education ratio is 50 to 1, which simply means that for every 50 minutes they're busy entertaining themselves, they only take 1 minute to read. What are our main sources of entertainment? Our main sources of entertainment, of course, are television, soccer, social media, gossip, drinking, eating junk, having no goals. All those things are entertainment. Why? Because these are easy things. You don't need to think hard about them to do them. Entertainment is anything. I mean, when it comes to education, it's anything that by you investing or engaging in it will always give you not only immediate but future returns. It changes the trajectory of your life. Now, the quality of your life, the end outcome of your life is entirely dependent on this ratio. All I'm asking for today, normally I need a ratio of 5 to 1. If you want a life of abundance, a prosperous life, if you want an extraordinary life, you have to bring this, you have to change your education, your entertainment ratio to education, you have to change it 1 to 5. How do you know where you are? It's very easy. Number one, how much money did you spend or have you spent this month on education? Attending seminars, buying books, buying online courses. How many of those have you invested versus the amount that you spend for your DSTV, fixing your hair, doing your nails, buying new shoes, buying junk? All those are things that you have to do. Why is this important? Because this has a direct correlation with what we call intergenerational wealth. And this has become the biggest problem for us as black people. We do not think in terms of legacy or what they call family wealth. When a black man dies, his family is ruined. When a white man dies, his family is rich. So how do we change that? How do we make sure that whoever comes after us does not have to start in a worse place than we started, but starts in a better place? To do that, the first thing that you have to understand, intergenerational legacy is just not assets, it's where you stay. Why does where you stay have an impact? Where you stay determines what kind of schools your kids have access to. The kind of schools your kids have access to determines the quality of education they get because of the quality of teachers that they do. So you as a parent and you as a human being, and specifically you as a black man, your job now is to try, irrespective of how little education you have, irrespective of all the circumstances and obstacles that you have to fight, the money that you have now, we have to invest properly in making sure that, because we do not have a lot in terms of asset to pass to our kids, we have to make sure that our kids get the best education. Remember, education determines what kind of a job that you get. The job of you get determines how much money that you get. How much money you earn determines where you stay. Where you stay determines where your kids go to school. Where you stay determines what kind of health facilities you have access to. Where you stay determines how you spend your time. Because if you live so far away from where you work, you end up spending 4 hours a day just going to work and coming back. All these things have a direct impact on who you're going to end up as people. So let's start from where we are. Let's stop with toy-toying and let's start investing in our kids, knowing that only intergenerational wealth will change the way things are. As long as the other races have assets and when they die, their families start from a better place than us black people, it doesn't really matter how long we toy-toy. Because when you die now, your family is going to be left off worse than you are now. So let's change our mindset. Let's bring this change. Let's bring in a metaphysical change. Let's change the way we think. And let's start investing more in what is so-called Afrocentric education. Let's start educating our kids in ways of starting businesses rather than educating our kids for them to start being created as employees to work for other people. Let's just change that. And it starts with E to E. If you watch too much TV, then chances are your kids will watch too much TV. If you play too much soccer, chances are your kids will play too much soccer. If you eat too much junk, chances are you're starting your kids at a very, very much unfair disadvantage. Change you first, and our race will change by changing our E to E ratio. I need your education to entertainment ratio to be 5 to 1, and that will change the future trajectory of a race. Over.